I'm back. I don't look as haggard in this one as before. Right? I mean, I do have a bit of a sty though. Can you guys see that? It's nasty, isn't it? Or whatever. I don't know. Been working like a dog as usual, you know, in the last video I was talking about how I work. I was thinking, because here's the thing, like, you know how I don't like sayings? I'm not a big fan about sayings, but there's this one saying that really pisses me off. You know what I'm talking about? The work hard, play hard. You know that saying? You know who else says that? Kevin Hart. I respect Kevin Hart as a stool pigeon. Some of you are talking about, what are you talking about? How is Kevin Hart a stool pigeon, sonny? Most comedians are stool pigeons, you know? Did you know that? There's nothing funnier than a person just blurting out everything and anything on a stage for the whole audience. It's like the audience is like the interrogator in a lot of ways, and we just have this like suspect just blah, exposing everything and everyone to everybody, you know? It is weird though how they have a stool on stage and he just sits on that. Many comedians do. I mean, Rogan's done that too, that famous one where he like pretends to be, I forget what it is, some sort of vulture or some sort of Kardashian bird at the end of one of his specials on a stool. For some of you who don't know, a stool pigeon is like an informer, you know? It's a spy, or more likely a police informant who just tells the truth. Now you may be thinking, what does it have to do with comedy? Because there's truth in comedy, guys. There's truth in comedy. Like I said, I mean, I've said this before, but like the truth cannot, maybe I haven't said this before, but the truth will set you free or get you incarcerated. But more likely to get you incarcerated. No, I mean, it'll get you incarcerated in court, the truth, but like if you're being interrogated, it might set you free if you like, you know, you give away the deets on somebody else. But it is weird, eh? If you're before the court, if you tell the truth and nothing but the truth, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. But if you're before a cop and you tell the truth, you might get off scot-free, you know? Maybe a lot of comedians are stool pigeons, you know? It makes a lot of sense if they are. Like I said, there's nothing funnier than truth in comedy. And what's more funnier than a bird just chirp, 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 chirp. Bird singing, you know? What do they say? Like a bird who sings, just like singing bird. Yeah, stool pigeons. I want you guys to really think about that one, boys and girls. Truth in comedy. Why was I talking about Kevin Hart? Oh yeah, because that dumb saying that you gotta work hard or play hard. Here's the thing. Here's what's wrong with that, boys and girls. You can work hard, right? You can work very, very hard, but you'll be too tired to play hard. See? There's only so much energy you have in a day. You know? That's how it works. It's like if I have like 100 calories, right, to burn, and I burn, I don't know, because I work very hard, all of the calories, I have no more energy to play hard, boys and girls. Fortunately, that's how it works, you know? You work hard, play hard. No, that's not how it works. They're lying to you. They lie. They want to make it seem like they're like these godlike figures who sleep 3 hours a night and then work like 24. You know, it doesn't even make any sense. You can't physically do that. It's not possible. You become haggard. You become haggard looking, you know? Work hard. I mean, let's even look at on the face of that. Let's say you're a man who works like 120 hours a week, right? An ungodly amount of hours, all right? You're very conscientious or whatever, okay? And you have a wife and kids at home, which means you're not going to see your kids. You're not going to make love to your wife. However, because you live in a society, right, where everybody has a respective role in society, what you do is you divvy up these roles amongst people, right? So if you want to go work in the office for 120 hours a week, what you do is then you hire a male nanny, if you will, who will then make love to your wife while you're away. Isn't that weird? Like this whole cuck thing that goes on the internet. I mean, essentially what it means is like conscientious people, like conservatives, who tend to be who score high on conscientiousness, are more likely to be cucks. Because who would make love to the rigid workaholic, but a lazy, do-nothing guy with all the energy in the world who will just pound and pound and pound away at your wife while you're at work? See, this is why you need balance. This is why. Otherwise, someone else is gonna do the loving for you, you know? I don't know. Work hard, play hard. That is a difference, though, isn't it? Because like conservatives are like all about like, you know, you gotta earn every dollar, work very, very hard, you know? And then liberals are like, how do I like do as little as possible, but get as much out of this arrangement, you know? Like, it's the difference between working hard and working smart, you know? People who work hard, like values, like they have like values like, I don't know, like perseverance, for example, you know? Being able to persevere, put up with a lot of pain and suffering, then eventually you'll see the fruits of your labor. You know who else puts up with a lot of pain and suffering, who just continues to persevere, even in the face of negative consequences? Huh? They're called addicts, guys. Have you noticed that? That's what a workaholic is an addict. It's just someone who sublimated those qualities into something else, but an addict is an addict, you know? Perseverance. Yeah, maybe that's not a quality you would want to have, you know? Like, if something hurts or sucks, like, get away, go, run away, you know? Then you may say, well, look, you have to put up with something. Yeah, I know, obviously. I'm not saying at the first sign of at the first sign of, like, I don't know, like hardship or a little bit of stress, you just up and leave. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, like, if you're, like, you know what I'm talking, like, there's a limit, guys. There's, like, certain limits. If you're, I don't know, developing a sty, you know, on your eyeball, or you're losing a bunch of weight, or you know what I'm talking about, you're very stressed, you're not getting enough sleep, then it's time to stop, man. It's not, nothing is worth that much. Although, I mean, like I said, I mean, if you want nice things, you're gonna need dollars. That's the crux of the issue. And how do you get dollars, you know? Or what you do is you trade as little as time, like not a lot of time, like a small amount of time for a lot of dollars. Huh. Now, how do you do that? It would mean that whatever you do in that small amount of time, the quality of that has to be very high, you know? People would want the thing that you have or do much more than someone who can provide it for, you know, a smaller amount of dollars. But look, I'm an economist. What I'm trying to say is, what was I trying to say? What do I have on the docket here? Yeah, that's what I meant. If you're making a lot of money with the least amount of effort, you're a genius, you know? You're working smart. Don't work hard, guys. People who value that are dummies, you know? People who value hard work and, yeah, you're a dummy. Well, no, you're not a dummy, but you're probably being exploited by someone who understands how to play the game, you know? That's how it typically works. You value hard work hard labor. And then there's lazy people who like, you know, it's like, you know, like you invest like in stocks or crypto, for example. You're literally getting a lot for like little to nothing, you know? Which in a lot of ways doesn't make sense, you know? Like, that's not even how the universe works, you know? Hold on. That's not how the universe that's not how the universe works, guys. You're circumventing one of the laws of thermodynamics, you know? To get something from nothing, like you're getting a lot of energy from just like a small amount of effort, which is kind of nuts. You're defying the laws of nature. You know, you're a criminal, if you will. You're an unnatural beast. To defy the laws of nature makes you a criminal not amongst, but against God, you know? Could you imagine? You like defy the laws of nature, then they bring you to like heaven jail or something. I don't even know what they do. Like, But who can do that though? You know, like I mean, it takes a certain type of cleverness to be able to just defy the laws of nature and get like as much as you can for very little. You know, who would do that? Who would defy the laws of God for a shortcut, if you will? To get as much as possible for very little. I wonder who would do that. I mean, this is a good example of that, you know? Film. Cool thing is they make like one copy and you can make like an infinite amount of copies of this. And if I own the rights to this one thing, I get like a little piece of income for all of that work. It's sort of like a pyramid scheme, you know? Like I'm not like, so is crypto in a lot of ways, but it works, you know? That's why the pyramid on the good old American dollar. Because that's the game, boys and girls. You gotta sell bull. But that is art, you know? It's arts and crafts. It's arts and crafts. That's what it is. Yeah, so I guess, I mean, going back to what I was saying, like, so who would be able to, like, defy the laws of God or nature, if you will, and be able to, like, I don't know, get a lot from little next to nothing, you know? I don't know. Like, what if there was like a moving image, you know? Now, what if this image moved? So it simulated this thing called reality. And because I'm able to simulate it, I can sell the experience. It isn't a real experience, but a simulated experience to a viewer like you. From which you will pay for, but I've only done it once. So I did this thing one time, and now I can like theoretically get paid an exponential amount, you know, every single time you watch it. Yeah, Kim Kardashian is a genius. Like I said, guys, work smart, not hard. Ah, man. Blessed are the salt of the earth, for they will die and perish. You know? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Yes, I mean, you could be the one exploited, or you could do the exploiting. I don't know. But the key here is you don't get caught, you know? Like, if you're exploiting something or someone, like, let's say you figured out, like, you found an angle, you know? Like, a little thing you can just sort of keep digging at and just like, continue to exploit it. I mean, don't get caught, you know? Enjoy the fruits of someone else's labor, you know? So when you watch something, a film, for example, or a YouTube video or whatever, or some sort of video, anyway, anything, like what you're doing is, yeah, I'm selling you the experience, or not me, but anybody really. and you're getting like you're living vicariously through it. Like you're not actually feeling the thing. It's like, I mean, porn is a good example, right? I mean, you're not actually having, like, you're not actually making love. You know, you're not actually having sex with a person. You're living vicariously through it. So the people who make the video are sort of enjoying the fruits of your labor, because you're getting the experience, you're paying for the experience, but they only made the video once, and then they sort of like, well, and then there were tube sites that sort of like, you know, destroyed that model, but then now we have OnlyFans, which is genius, you know, but that's what it is. Try to get as much as possible for very little. Now, does it go against all that is natural in this world, you know? Does it defy the laws of physics and the laws of God? Yes, do that, you know? Do that. You wanna live, you know, while you're here? Don't you wanna live in the here and now, you know? Don't think about your future. Live in the here and now. YOLO, you only live once. You only die once. Enjoy the life that you have now and then worry about the consequences later, guys. Come on. What is pain in the afterlife? I mean, you don't have it. We're physical beings, guys. Emotions are of this realm, you know? But on the subject of defying the laws of God or nature, you know who else gets like a really bad rap? Feminists. You know, feminists are like the original. You know who's the original feminist? The devil. You know that? He gave Eve free will, guys. If not, we'd be in a cave. We'd all be in a cave somewhere. I don't know, cleaning Jordan Peterson's room or something. You know what I'm talking about, guys? Huh? People who live in caves are extremists. So you have to leave the cave, you know? Okay, look, the video got cut off again. Look, somebody walked in and saw me divulging my truth, you know? They saw me be a stool pigeon. What was I trying to get at? Oh, yeah. Feminists are cool because, you know, they're like the devil. The devil is the original feminist, guys. Here's why, all right? He gave Eve free will, okay? Without the devil, we would have been in we would have been in a cave somewhere with, like, long beards, telling women what they should do or don't do. You know, we're not there. We don't do that anymore, you know? We don't do that anymore. So the devil, you know, the snake kind of snuck in and showed Eve a world of possibilities, you know? Gave her options. She became aware, if you will, of her options. You know, she saw she doesn't have to be with Adam. She could be with anybody, you know? She could be with anybody. She can date whoever she wants, you know? She has choice now. Not only with whom she wants to be with, but whether she wants to keep something in her as well. That's the thing. I mean, if you're pro-choice or just pro-free will, yeah, if you're pro-free will, then you're pro-devil. Who gave us choice but Satan himself? Now, some of you are a bit confused, like, wait a minute. Yeah. I know. Because there's nothing more good and innocent in this world than the undivided attention of what? A robot? I don't know. I mean, if you're not making decisions for yourself, you're just like acting on command, obedient, if you will. You're obviously not responsible for your actions, but it also means you have no idea what you're doing. And you're almost like a robot, you know, like you're not really aware, or you don't really understand your actions or your motives. But with free will, right, with the devil, what he gave us, guys, was this cool ability to rationalize our actions, you know, why we do the things we do. So the devil, in a lot of ways, gave us intelligentsia, Western civilization, philosophy, philosophia, thought, you know. The devil gave us free will. Some of you are a little more confused, I know. I know. But anyways, going back to feminists. Yeah, feminists are actually... they're not femboys, guys. It's pretty badass. People who live in caves smell. They have long beards. They don't wipe their bums. You know, they're just chained to the wall. Cleaning Jordan Peterson's room over and over and over again. And again, and again, and again. Until they're freed, you know? Till you become awake, like a stormtrooper. The stormtrooper becomes awake. He's aware now of what's going on. Yeah, what else do I have on the docket here? What's about nonsense? Yeah, I mean, women tend to I'm making a general. I don't even know. But who doesn't like a person who cleans after themselves, you know? Who cleans their room? That's why janitors... that's why janitors get all the ladies. Right? You wouldn't want to marry... I don't want to devalue, like I said. Everybody has a role, right? Everybody has a role. There's someone banging your wife for you. There's someone cleaning your room for you. There's someone taking care of your children for you, you know, nannies or whatever, because you're working 120 hours a week for some generic conglomerate. Nobody really knows what it does or whatever. Anyways, look. I think I came full circle. All right, so stool pigeon, truth, you know, truth in comedy. Kevin goes on stools a lot because he just blurts out everything his whole life. He's like a stoolie. But anyways, look, then he has this dumb saying, like, what does he say? Work hard, play hard. But I'm like, hey, that doesn't really work out. You only have so much energy in this world. But here's the thing, though. You can either be a conservative tool, you know, work hard, but then somebody else is banging your wife and somebody else is taking care of your children. Or you make as little effort as possible and enjoy the lion's share of somebody else's labor, guys. That's called exploitation. But it's only wrong if and only if you get caught, you know? And if you get caught, then, well, be a stoolie, you know, a stool pigeon like Kevin Hart. I think I'm going around in circles, guys. Yeah. It's like a yin and yang, you know, good and evil, but which side am I on? You gotta defy the laws of nature. You know, the laws of God. To really understand why you do the things you do, you know? In order to be able to, like, you know, delve into the mind, the soul of an individual. To hack the mind or soul of an individual. You have to have free will. And how you get free will, boys and girls? By defying. So what happens is, like, you start as like a dumb baby, you know, like a baby doesn't really know anything, and then you just start, like, all you do is you listen. Puberty hits because now you want to make love, you know. So then you're like, screw these guys, I don't want these guys. So you start defying some more, and then the stormtrooper awakens. The stormtrooper is aware now. Why is he following this evil overlord, lord, whatever? It's confusing, isn't it? Who's a good guy and who's a bad guy? I don't know, guys. I don't know. You know, who is the bad guy and who's the good guy?
I like Diddy Watkins. French rap sucks.